How's it going, everyone? Back with another stream today. We're going to be doing kind of a little experiment here. We're essentially just taking that same Abzan ignoble hierarch Stoneblade we've been kind of playing past couple streams, but we're adding Urza Saga to the list. So note, I cut a March of the Worthy Light. I cut a Kaya's Guile. I moved the Thorax to the board to make room for um, the land and kind of the Urza Saga package here. Um, so I'm kind of, I guess my biggest reservation I have about this list is there's a lot of air. So like we already have the three equipment. Spellbound can technically not count as air, but like with the Shadow Spear, the Spinleaf Drum, and the four hierarchies, this is a lot of kind of top deck air, and that's kind of what I'm scared of. So we'll see how it really performs. But other than that, we're just gonna try it out because, granted that there is a lot of air, but hopefully that gets nullified by just having Urza Saga in our deck and being able to produce constructs and just more threats that we can strap equipment to. So I think I mention all the changes: the Kai's Guile, the Thorax, the Cut the March, and then I added an Urborg to the mana base as well. So of note, I think I only added 3 Urza Saga to the list just because of the fact that I don't think the mana base can support Urza Saga, the fourth Urza Saga, unless you can have 25 lands. So like maybe the fourth higher can be a fourth Saga instead, but we'll kind of see how it feels. Because I do think that we do want 4 Hierarch more than we want the 4th Saga, but maybe I'm wrong there. I think if I did the math right, I think we do still have 14 green sources and 14 white sources that are untapped, so that way we can Prismatic Ending and Ignoble Hierarch on turn 1. That's pretty much it. As a sideboard, I cut stuff like the Dranath Magistrate, the second Endurance, the second Force, to make room for like the Soulguy Lantern, the Pithing Needle. And I also swapped the crime punishments for 2 engineered explosives. Because since now that we're in Urza Saga deck, we don't really want to play Urza's crime punishment because we don't want a punishment for 0 and destroy all our own sagas. But I guess it can be swayed because if we are in a position where we want to do that, it's probably worth it. So we'll see how it goes. Abzan, aka Spooky Selesnya, Mossy Sliverquill, sideboarded, supported Golgari. That last one's pretty good. That last one's pretty good. 1 endurance seems like too few. Yeah, it's just tough making room because, like, I could see an argument for maybe like cutting the dam, maybe go down to 1 explosives. I really like the Sword of Feast of Famine in the sideboard. I really like the Thrun. Like, it's just tough because moving the Thorax to the sideboard means we have to make some changes. Like, maybe I can get rid of the Veil, but like with like constructs, especially like being vulnerable to Mage's Charm, I think Veil Summer is kind of necessary, and that felt pretty decent as long as you don't have Lily on the list. But this is all experimental. Like maybe I do need the second endurance even. Like maybe I don't even need the force, maybe, but I don't know. If I with Ignoble Hierarch, it makes endurance and force Vigor a lot better because it's just so much easier to hard cast. And you can just pitch to it in pitch hierarchs to it too. So like it works both ways. So it's also like concerning too because if you go turn 1 hierarch, turn 2 Saga Stoneforge Mystic, if your second land is a Saga, like do you play Saga as your second land, because that means you can't activate Stoneforge and activate Saga either. So it's kind of a tough call. So this is like Prowess. We don't have a removal spell in this hand, which is kind of awkward. What makes you wonder if like Esper Sentinel is good again with like Prowess popping up, Death Shadow popping up as well. But I just really like the Stoneblade package. It's felt pretty good too. think I'm gonna get an Overgrown Tomb and play Hierarch. And then I might go Saga Goyf. I don't think I want to play a Snow Force Mystic yet. Okay, so they probably bolt my Hierarch. Okay. So they have Delirium. We're going to take 5, go to 12. We kind of need a removal spell for this Darcy. Oh, they're bolting me. Oh, okay, that's fine. Please give me a Fatal Push. No Fatal Push. I don't think I'm going to activate Saga yet. So I think I'm going to go to 8, unfortunately. Go Goyf, Shadow Spear, and pass. We go to 5. Okay. We really needed like a removal spell. It's like the thing about it though is like we definitely don't have time to activate Saga. So we can gain 7. They can Unholy Heat my Tarmogoyf. Oh, I guess they can't because it'll be a 6/7. Go 13. I think we play Saga here. And then we just chump the Swiss Spear. Main deck Shadow Spear kind of coming in clutch though. Because they could heat my Ignoble Hierarch. That double bolt. 6, 9, 10, 12, 3, 6, 9. So I think we block if they have double bolt in case. Okay. Do they not have a third land? They don't have a third land. So just sticking for lands here. Didn't find a land. They do have Bolt and Heat. So they can't answer my Tarmogoyf next turn. Oh, they have the Den. Oh, we just attack. $15 is nice. I think I value making the construct more. So they need to have Unholy Heat plus Bolt. Man, this Shadow Spear is single-handedly just pulling us back in this game. It's giving us so much life. 8 tutors or Shadow Spear seems a little unfair. True, 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 true. So 3. So 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. They kind of have to leave a blocker back. 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. We'll chop block. They bolt here. It's 4, 8, 11. Yeah, we'll block. So they'll probably play Soulscar Mage here, or Darcy. So if we have a removal spell, we win off the top. Or it's Nihil. Oh, Nihil Spell actually doesn't do it because it shrinks Goyf. Okay, so we will make a construct. We'll get Spell Bomb. So go up to 16. Now this is a tough choice. You could get Battle Skull just to stabilize. So they could play this Arid Mesa. 3 cards in hand. Okay. So they have 2 cards in hand. I probably just block with just the construct. So they have double bolt. It's 3, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so we just block 1. Okay. Take 6. Okay. Do they just play Bone Crusher Giant here? They're dead. They topped with their Darcy, so they're gonna draw. So they draw off the Mishra's Bauble. Okay, I wonder. I gotta count how much life that Shadow Spear gained me. It's kind of absurd. Kind of absurd. We did no removal that game. Shadow Spear is just such a stupid card sometimes, you know. Chalice of the Void is an interesting one. Ease. The Dam is potentially, just because they do go wide. I am kind of scared of Blood Moon, though. Endurance seems good. The tracks are maybe. I think we'll board out the Thought Seizes. I didn't see any Lava Darts. We kind of board out the Void Walkers. It's pretty clean. It's pretty clean. Yeah, I don't think we want the tracks. I feel like by the time it comes down, they are just hellbent. They want to do their hand fast. I think this is fine. This is actually the card that I was kind of like thinking about. Like, what's the card that I missed the most from Saga package? And the Shadow Spear definitely just, there's just so many games where this card just pulls you out of, you know, when we played Urza Saga or Abzan Saga. There's an argument to maybe bringing Soulgate Lantern. I think just leaving the Spellbond is fine. We'll go Turbo and Hierarch. So there's an argument to like play the Fetchland first just to play on Blood Moon. But like thing is like if we go Forest, I need to get Swamp. It's kind of tough. And then like if the way we get out of Blood Moon is just like getting Prismatic Ending, so we kind of need basic planes. So I kind of want to hope they don't have Blood Moon. And just do this so it doesn't mess up our mana. Because I want to get planes with this, if anything. Okay. What does this mean? Okay. So you topped with the light up. Were they digging for the land? Okay. That's a good draw. I'll lead on that first. Roiling Vortex, Reckless Impulse. So they have sorcery, land. They could potentially I kind of don't want to take the Vortex. I kind of just want to take the Bolt. So then that way they don't have access to Delirium. But if I take the Bolt, Tumbergun's a 3/4. Yeah, I kind of want to just take the Bolt here. I mean, they could always just like trigger Darcy too. So maybe just take the Vortex because that's the card that just impacts us the most. Because I think if they, I think I take the Bolt, and they'll probably just cast Whirling Vortex here. And then maybe they get Delirium. But I think that's a little looser. I think I'll leave them with, especially because there's no real way to, like, gain life with their hand. So they'll probably Vortex. I'm hoping they play a 1-drop here. And don't get Delirium. And then we might just blow up the world with Engineer Explosives. They topped with the Darcy. That's pretty good. So I'm hoping they play just a 1-drop. They don't attack. If they had a Bolt, it still doesn't trigger Delirium. I think I just attack with Tarmogoyf and then just E on 1 and blow everything up. So then we're on the back foot. Since I want to for sure play this Grist. So actually I'll play the Heath and I won't crack it. Actually, it would have been more damage if I popped the explosives, huh? That's dumb of me. Solitaire the Gathering, thank you for the raid. Really appreciate it. Welcome, I'm from Solitaire Gathering's stream. It's KO Diamonds playing some Abzan Saga. Hope you all are doing well. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream and how'd you do? What did you play? Give me all the details, all the details. Okay, so passing the turn is good with us. 3-2 with Calibrated Blast. That's a good one. First ring with Living End. Nice. Saga's a good one. I actually don't think I'm gonna activate Saga next turn. I'm just gonna play the sword and attack, right? So I think I will play the Saga until later. So let me get planes here. And then let me plus Grist, because I may mill another Urza Saga or a Planeswalker, and that'll grow the Goyf. That did not happen, but you shoot your shot, right? So now we're insulated against Blood Moon, essentially. It's gonna kill them soon. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. Cool. Shadow Spear definitely won us the first match. that was really cool. There has been a lot of Living End though, that's for sure. Like Living End has definitely just become one of the most popular decks in the format. Like since the Luris ban, it's definitely kind of just like shot up for sure. Kaya ult is just a better Grist ult, but no one wants to talk about it. That's true. I've killed a lot of people with the Kaya ultimate, but the Grist ultimate has only won me like maybe a pair of games. But then again, I've registered Kaya a lot more than I have Grist. So maybe the sample size is just a lot smaller. I mean, the Kaya ult is also just a lot easier to kill with someone too. Because like, especially in this deck where we only have 14 natural creatures, at least in the main deck. No, also a good matchup against 4C. That's where Living Ends are great. Yeah, I feel like Modern's definitely cyclical. But it's at the point where like all the 4C soup decks are good again when they weren't like 2 weeks ago. I feel like there's a lot more like 4-color decks that are just popping up nowadays. They just won the challenge, I think, last week. So we'll keep this hand. I guess I'll just lead on Urborg. Yeah, I'll lead on Urborg. Oh, speaking of, great. You brought the bad matchup to us, huh? I guess I'll just take one throws. This matchup's pretty bad. We pretty much took out all the sideboard cards that we would be good, like the Dranith Magistrate. I guess we could maybe get Damping Spear, but that's pretty loose. We also don't have a clock here either. This is a very interactive hand where we want to kill him as much as possible. Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf would be our best. Lingering Souls. Okay. So that's not the quickest clock, that's for sure. That being said, this Urborg is actually not bad for us. Because that means we'll stay hopefully above 15 once I get this Triome. So yeah, white and black. All right, Lingering Souls, you are the clock here. The clock is you. I am writing my whole... that would have been nice a lot sooner, but it is what it is. I think I'm going to play Grist here. Because that way next time we can flashback Lingering Souls and activate Saga. I don't know. Calibrate, like, Blast having a bunch of his sages is really annoying. They revealed Draco. Okay. Cost 5. So they have the Otawara, so we need to hit Spellbomb off the top exactly to win. Or to not die. Unfortunate. I mean, we're still way dead, too. Like... Okay, hopefully they don't see that this has flashback. That's the only way we... Maybe they don't play the Otawara. Okay, they have the Urborg, so they can chop this. Okay. Have they revealed? Calibrated Blast. Okay. So we need Solar Lantern for the flashbacks. The Prismatic Gangs are all bad. Damping Spheres are our only chance. Chalice for 6 is our only chance too. The Tarak. We want the Dams too because they can kill Draco. The pushes can answer like Mistress Factory and stuff, but that's a little loose. Do we want to needle Boseiju? Do we care about Boseiju? I guess they could kill our Saga, but like that's just kind of loose, right? I guess like there's just nothing that's like absolutely fantastic in this matchup. Like I think I'd rather just borrow out the pushes. Like needling Boseiju, I feel like what does that really accomplish? Because we don't have adequate hate, unfortunately. Like if they besiege you with Battle Skull, like we're always gonna get Cauldra, so this doesn't get besieged anyway. If they besiege you or Saga, it's okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Can I Thoughtseize the Emrakul with Dolphy Woodwalker and then our Clockus Saga. I think I need a mulligan in this hand. This hand's a lot better, but not really. Like we need a white source. I would love a Thoughtseize though. Or a Tarak off the top. Tarak off the top would be the best. You're the Abzan King, so your choice. They exiled Ramanap Ruins. This hand's also painless, so like if 2 Calibrated Blast, if one of them whiffs, technically doesn't kill us. They have the discard spell. Well, I think with layers, I think I get the... It does not get exiled? Oh, that sucks. Well, cutting off a draw step's not bad either. Sunscorched Desert. So we know all the cards in our hand. White source. I don't think it's worth fetch shocking here. I guess it does. Ouch. Because we can't just die to another desert. I think I have to fetch this tapped. I don't think I can just like die to a top deck desert or there's like we do die to another Calibrated Blast though. But 13. I think I have to get Culture here. 8 plus 8, so 9. I could get Shadow Spear, but that's my clock gets so much slower. I think I'd rather just kill him, right? Yeah, I'll just get the Cauldra. Okay. Oh, did they draw it? Oh, they have the Draco. Okay, we need a dam off the top. That is not a dam. We don't have any 4s. So if I activate Cauldra 6, they go to 6. I can't kill them. Ooh, I can hit a Batter Skull. So if I Cauldron them, they go to 6. And then I can cast Calibrated Blast, reveal Batter Skull, and kill him. Or kill the Draco, and that gives me an out. Oh no, I could play my Hierarch. And then the Hierarch, and then that's lethal. Oh god, please hit a Batter Skull. Oh, that would be absurd. Oh, please hit a Batter Skull. Please. Oh, dude, if I hit a Batter Skull off this... Because we're just dead here in the air. So... Oh, actually? That's Thoughtseize, right? There's no way you can deal us 1 damage. No, they have the Raminate Ruins in hand. Sorry. So we actually know that the last card is... No, actually, we don't. We actually don't. Sorry. Oh my god. Wait, how come I can't... Oh, it gets shuffled. How come the Dothy can't cast it? Doesn't it get exiled? Does this not get exiled? What? How does that work? I thought... Doesn't it not get exiled? It's not. It's not in exile. This is the exile zone. Oh, it's because of the academy. Oh. Because of that Emrakul on top. So I need to do my Calibrate last line. So I still need to reveal Batter Skull. I revealed Stoneforge Mystic. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That would have been so sick. If they didn't have the academy, I'm pretty sure it works, right? I'm pretty sure it gets exiled if I have a Voidwalker in play, but I think it's the academy replaces it. Because like if this replaces the discard ability, so like it never hits the graveyard ever. But if they didn't have the academy, darn. Darn. Damn, I wouldn't be able to cast Emrakul. That would have been sick. Yeah, so would have. It's the academy that stopped that line. Unfortunately, that would have been so sick though. That would have been so sick. Oh man. Dothy Voidwalker has some pretty sick plays though. It just leaves us so sick plays. Damn. I really wish I was able to cast the Emrakul, because that would have won me the game. I would just take an extra turn attack with Cauldron. And Emrakul. I wonder if we're supposed to Thoughtseize that Draco. I don't think so, right? I don't know. Because, like, I died to, like, so... Like, I guess I would have... No, I wouldn't have died to the Raminate Ruins. They didn't have double red. I think it's correct to not Thoughtseize there. Emrakul back as a blocker? Yeah. Damn. And that's where, like, you know, when you're making room for like the Soulgate Lantern and the Pithing Needle on the sideboard, losing out on cards like Yorion, damn it. Think about the mulligan this hand. Losing on stuff like, you know, Draft Magistrate. Come on, deck. Okay, we're just gonna hope this gets there. Losing out on stuff like Draft Magistrate and Necromentia really hurts those kind of matchups. How about a land? Land off the top deck. Turn 2 Grixis, baby. Come on. Okay. It's really naked Goyf. If they have red and 6, I'm just gonna cry. Okay. Oh no. That's not good. Okay, that's sufficient. What is in the graveyard? Another land up top wouldn't be bad either, because we can go Thoughtseize plus Lingering Souls. Blue, blue, green. Is this Archmage's Charm? Land. Thothy, Voidwalker. I think it's better just Thoughtseize here. Second thought, might be better just the Lingering Souls. Let's cast this first. See if it gets countered or anything. Okay. Let's mill. How's it, boat guy? Hope you're doing, buddy. I think we'll attack like this in case they have Snapcaster Mage or something that can just chump this. It's the same amount of damage and we don't lose out on much. So we have a pretty wide board. They can't Verdict. Oh my god, really? What is up, man? What is up? Okay. What is in their hand? Black source off the top would be nice. An Urborg would be the best draw, I think, because then we can Thoughtseize plus Voidwalker. I can't Voidwalker plus Thoughtseize. So I guess I Thoughtseize plus Lingering Souls. So let's Thoughtseize first. Kind of see what is up in their hand. I mean, I was spelling something like a Solitude. Okay. Go like this. Guess I don't have to flashback Lingering Souls. Yeah, I could just like wait. I guess I shouldn't overcommit anyway. White, green. Interesting. Insurance. Yeah, I think you have to go through like a specific insurance company. Like a piece of Jix is a real life friend of mine, and John, if you can post what you use, because I remember you sent me a link to it, but I personally haven't done it yet. So they didn't do anything, countered my Thoughtseize, and then conceded. So what the hell are they playing? Interesting. I think it's safe to bring in a Sword and Feast and Famine, a Veil of Summer, a couple Torax, and Thrun. I think that's fair. I think I could bring out the pushes. I think Voidwalker's good. Spellbomb's probably cuttable. I think that Prismatic Endings I could probably shave. I don't think I want Damn either, right? I don't know. They literally didn't show us anything. Maybe it's wrong to board out a Spellbomb. Maybe it's correct to bring in a Pithing Needle if they have something. It's just hard because we literally didn't see anything. Your shit's destroyed. What happened? Oh, God. 2 floods? That sounds awful. Like, I really don't know what they're playing. So, I mean, I could just kind of be all aggro and cut their Prismatic Ending for, like, an Endurance. I don't know. It's just so hard because I don't know what they're doing. Maybe I don't want the Dam. Maybe Endurance is a Flesh that isn't bad. Keep the 2 Prismatic Endings or something. Yeah, it's just not ideal for sure. Sorry, man. That sounds awful. I wish I had a black source. I think I have 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18 black sources, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18 black sources. 17 left in the deck. Don't think that's high enough odds to keep this hand that's literally uncastable. Guess I'll bottom the Triumph. I shouldn't laugh at that, but I guess you're kind of asking for it. Yeah, it's you just have to kind of laugh it off, unfortunately. I guess I just take the Endurance. Yeah, so they're like a Bant. Yeah, I think I just take the Endurance. They'll probably cycle the Dress Down in a turn. Hinterland Harbor. So if they ever cash in on this Dress Down, it's okay. Ignoble Hierarch. I think I want to keep the Mars Flats to get basic swamp if I get a Turak. So I'll get Gaulish Shrine. Next turn I can go Drum, Hierarch, Shadow Spear, can't equip. I can Shadow Spear, equip attack, I get Hierarch. Don't think all those really do anything. I think they have to cycle this Dress Down. Yep. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That just sounds like a shitty way. So if I play Hierarch and attack, they can endurance, but Tarmogoyf's still a 3/4. So attack for 5. They could have put Yori in hand and then solituted it, but this is kind of my fear here when I mentioned earlier, like this is a lot of air. We have like Hierarch, Drum, and Shadow Spear in hand, or I have access to it. Like these are the cards that we've drawn, and like it's not good. Okay. So the Bubble Endurance themselves, and then they just bounce off each other. Yeah, this could be worse. You lost your wallet. Dude, what is happening? Don't, dude, if you're losing your shit and stuff, don't worry about subbing, man. I appreciate you just hang out in chat. Don't have to worry about subbing, man. Real talk. That should be the least of your worries. So they're close to hard casting Solitude. That doesn't make red. So they don't have Omnath in their deck. Otherwise they would have casted it. Bounce Tarmogoyf. Wonder if I should equip. Guess I'll equip here. I feel like they're gonna Solitude my Goyf. Back on my grand, yeah. All you can do is just keep chugging forward, right? I don't think you can really do about that. Okay, so now that we know that they're like a Bant deck, does that change anything? I don't think that does. I mean, I guess I could keep in some prismatic endings, because we could prismatic in the Jace with the Hierarch and the Springleaf Drum. This is my fear. You just draw a bunch of air. That is my fear. Especially without Saga. Hey, that's good news though. That's actually really cool to hear that you did well in your exams. I think that's really good. I'm really happy about that. What the fuck? So they still have Solitude in hand. What if I draw a Cauldron here? No, they have a Solitude. It's a lot though. I definitely don't miss school. That's a lot of stress. Like I have anxiety just hearing you talk about that. I have like PTSD. Okay, so they didn't shuffle after they brainstormed, so their hand must be absolute gas, right? We could also just draw Thrun too. Oh, that blows. We brought out all of our removal too, so this endurance is kind of just staying around. I'm assuming they have White Crepus Solitude in hand as well. I don't know. I guess they would have. I guess it's just free to leave this back. Okay. That's something. Hopefully they don't draw Spreading Seas. I guess I could attack and just like gain 3 life if I really wanted to. I don't know. I think I need to take my dog out. They could have prismatic ending like on my turn if they really wanted to. They still have 5 mana for Solitude. Do we really need a Cauldron here? Oh, they're attacking. That's scary. I guess I can just fetch here. So we'll fetch. We'll get Triome. Do that. Okay. So we can attack the Jace. Going back-to-back Saga is really good for us. We definitely have the mana activate now. So this attack means that they either have a prismatic ending or something, or they Solitude. They could Solitude a Hierarch and then eat this one, but that's fine. Did I board in the Pithing Needle? I did not. I'm an idiot. Well, I'll definitely sideboard better now. That's for sure. So now that kind of forces them to interact here. If they like spend his Solitude on this, I am happy. Like that's a very solid exchange for us. We just gotta dodge stress down. Oh, they're just solituding this. Why didn't they do it before I gained the life? So I actually don't have any targets then. I only have Spell Bomb. That's really bad. Just gotta hope that they don't have Dress Down and we have a shot. Maybe. Thoughtseize. Okay. So I can Thoughtseize. Oh, I brought out the Spell Bomb too. Damn it. That's really good. Oh, did I get an Archimedes charm my construct? Oh, they're gonna counter. I mean, I kind of have to fight through this, right? I have to trade this construct with an Ice Fang. I don't have any removal post board. I'm pretty sure we're like less than 2% to win this game. Actually, I mean, if you draw Cauldron, maybe that changes things. We're also like 4 minutes out on time almost. So I think making them win is definitely worth it. I mean, if they try to Jace Ultimate, sure. But they're probably going to burn at least like 6 minutes off. Plus Sanctum Fairy. So we're going to make 5/5 constructs. Again, we just got to hope they don't have Dress Down. That's a nice one. Embarrassingly, can't find anything. Don't have a counterspell. Yeah, hold on. I'll take you out after this game, I promise. Damn it. I'm just gonna concede. I don't think we're gonna win that game. So now that we know that they're that deck, definitely want the Pithing Needle. I guess we want some number of prismatic endings. I don't think we got the endurance. Actually, we already have the 2 prismatic endings, right? Maybe we get Soulgate Lantern. Do we want Soulgate Lantern? I don't think so. I think running out of vegetables is always not ideal, but okay. Inquisition into Voidwalker is pretty good. Maybe we can draw another block source so we can track on 4. Okay. Verdict is good to know about. That's a good one. Hopefully they have a Jace in hand. And no counter spell. Island. Okay. Ooh. So I think they take the charm here. And then I think I get a sword with the Stoneforge Mystic. I could also just cast the Teferi. And then the Archmage's Charm can't do anything. I don't want to cast the Teferi here. Is that crazy? The Stoneforge Mystic's kind of awkward. They'll end step Quaddle. I think I take the Teferi. I think I get sword. I don't think Cauldron does anything because they have the charm for it. I could get Batter Skull and they have to like main phase it. I think I like getting Batter Skull here. So at the main phase, what they're gonna do here? They don't do anything. So I could Turak here. And hope to hit the verdict. They're 2 out of 5. I think I like getting the Batter Skull down. It just makes our plays a little better. It kind of forces them to like verdict the following turn. Okay. I guess they didn't have the mana to have done that if they really... Unless they drew an untapped white source. Because they had the headquarters, technically. But I think it's still better just to do this. I feel like it's just a little bit more robust game plan. See how Teferi is a fucked up magic card about it? That's why you shouldn't play Teferi, because it's a fucked up magic card. You can't do shit with this in play. I like how I was like tanking a ton, and we're still like 3 minutes ahead on clock. Can't block. I wonder if they'll verdict here just because they know we have the batter skull. Tough call. Teferi's at 4. I wonder if they'll ever make an ability where it's like Death Touch Surge Planeswalkers. I think that'd be really cool. Can we say Can is back has his since killed the best walker? What's CAN mean? So I kind of want to attack with both, see what they do. They might verdict here. Which I don't really care about. Actually, I can also just hold here. I wonder if I just cast Stoneforge. They'll definitely verdict if that's the case. And then we Tarak, and then we can have Sword. Don't think that's bad. Because, like, Tarak would... Or verdicting the board would take their whole... all of their mana. Death Touch already exists for Planeswalkers? Are you sure? Did I miss that? The mechanic? I must have missed that mechanic then. Already plus the Teferi. Yeah, they could cycle the headquarters here. Which they do. So if they want to steal the germ token, they have to. Oh, nice. They didn't attack the Teferi first. That's so good for us. So good for us here. I could also, like, if I really wanted to, I could also, like, cast the Tarak, bounce the Tarak, and cast it again next turn. So before I do anything, let's cast this. Ah, that's the same thing, I think, Saucy Boy. Oh, hit another verdict. That's great. Oh, he is still pro-white. Darn. You are correct. I wonder if it's worth cashing in this Teferi now to, like, bounce a Batter Skull. I think so. I could also just equip this Batter Skull too. I kind of just want to wait to activate this, right? I'm scared they go prismatic ending plus quad. But I guess if they have prismatic ending plus quaddle, we can just sword equip and attack. So let's just plus. This is an interesting game. I've never activated Teferi until now. So apologies for me tanking on this. But luckily we're still like 2.5 minutes ahead on time. They could Jace here, and then bounce track, which would not be very good for them, but at least they can double blue. 3 mana. Okay. So they could go land prismatic ending, but then we can go sword, equip, Torak, attack. Blue, black, green. Oh yeah, this is the prismatic ending here. So this is where I wish I cashed it in. I should have cashed it in, actually. But this is a lot of pressure. That's not bad. Now that they're at 3, like even a hierarch with the sword is lethal. Well, we'll attack. Can't get solituded. Can't be blocked by Quaddle. What do they have? Endurance. Okay, that's fair. I think I'm gonna play the Goyf and just pressure. If they had a verdict, I think they may have casted it already. Actually, no. Actually, yeah, I'll do it. If they have the verdict, they'll have it, and then we can always like make a construct plus hierarch plus equip too. So like we have like waves of pressure here. Because I don't want to like have them and have another endurance and then like they just stabilize again. I want to minimize their outs. They did shuffle their verdicts back into their deck though. Is this dress down? Or is this solitude? 3 mana. Teferi. Okay. 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 Cool. I did miss a draw, but I could have minus the fairy on the batter skull, but I still think it's correct. I'm going to take my dog out real quick. I will be right back. You see Grist and List, and I don't understand how he really works. So Grist is good in like these fair matchups where like it just constantly makes fodder, and then you just you have it's just like a lot of times you have these equipments, and then you just need bodies that you just want to equip a sword to, and all of a sudden it just becomes an immediate threat. Like this one equipped with any of these equipment just becomes such a big liability, right, for our opponent. Um, so like it pairs well with Stoneforge Mystic. It pairs well with like Mana Dorks and like Lingering Souls because like if I've tried it in like non Manadork lists, like just kind of straight Abzan and Rock, and like Grist is not that great in lists without Ignoble Hierarch. I'll just put it out way. Like even lists with like Lingering Souls, it just isn't really enough because sometimes you cast it on turn 3 and you need to kill something, i.e. like a Murktide or like a Jace on the draw, and um without a dork they can just like throw away and kill a planeswalker with, or a big threat. Grist is like you're like sacrifice. Like there's a lot of games where like I have a Tarmogoyf and I have to sacrifice it, so just like to like answer a threat, right? So like hierarchs are kind of really good with Grist, and hierarchs are also really good with Stoneforge Mystic because it's kind of a mana sink. Again, it's more bodies I can strap equipment to. So the Noble Hierarchs have felt really, really good. But Grist kind of ties everything together because it's just a threat that doesn't get spell pierced or force negation, notably. Um, it's really good, honestly. Uh, it's the worst is obviously against like the uninteractive like combo matchups or big mana matchups because the threat is slow. But even against something like Tron, it's an answer to Karn. So I think it's really, really good in these type of shells. Grist out, Siege Rhino in. I've definitely tilted off of Siege Rhino. Let's just say that much. So then Grist is a creature on the field. Is he searchable with things like Court and Unearth? Yep. So there's when I played a little bit of Squirrel Blade, there was actually Unearth in the list too, and that was actually pretty good because it was like Grist, Stoneforge Mystic, and Avacyn's Pilgrim, and there was like I think a pair of Unearth in there. And the Unearth was pretty decent. Just bringing back a Stoneforge Mystic is really good too. I think it has to be the right shell, Chaos. Again, like it has to be a shell with in my opinion, Stoneforge Mystic and Mana Dorks, or like Yawgmoth, where you have a lot of fodder, right? In my opinion. Utopia Sprawl. Are we against Ponza? Oh, Jesus. Oh man. This is Ponza, isn't it? Do I have the Inquisition here? I think I have the Inquisition here. I can't let them Blood Moon me. I think I have the Inquisition here. Hope they just have one Blood Moon. Okay. Really glad I did that. Forest. Yeah, it's a little weird when at first, for sure. Okay, that's good. I think I want to get Saga going. Is that weird? I guess we'll Thoughtseize and see what's in the last card in their hand. Seasoned Pyromancer. I think I'm gonna take the Spyro here. And just get Saga going. If they Blood Moon me, they Blood Moon me. It's not like I could really have anything going. I think I need to get Saga going. Yeah, I think I need to get this. I think I need to get Saga going. think that's the source of one not with the Yogg pieces. How's it go, Resley? That's actually fine. Forgot they had that Besage, but if that's what they do for their turn, that's fine. They're gonna get planes here. So that way, if they have Prismatic, we can draw Prismatic Ending. Okay. Fit a push, I wouldn't hate. I kind of want to bait my Hierarch with their Fury. I kind of want them to hardcast it. Besage is interesting, though. Urban Punk, you could talk to Rounds because Roundsley's been playing a Yawgmoth and Abzan too, so you could definitely reach out to him about input about that. Cool, that's fine. I don't mind baiting a dam here. Do need a threat though. How's it going, I am Chinese guy? How you doing, buddy? Damn it. Okay. So their hand is Ragavan Bolt. I kind of wish I had that Batter Skull here. That was actually a pretty good hit for them. I think I'm gonna get Sword. They're gonna bolt my Stoneforge, right? So I think I get a Sword. Any threat that we draw off the top is very good. You want something new? Yeah. Well, such like a Shadow has been kind of on the decline too, unfortunately. I don't think I would have gotten the Cauldron. They're cashing in the treasure. Okay. And then they're dead, gone in my Stoneforge. So I'm saying they're Dash Ragavan here. So they have Bolt Unknown. Bolt this. That's a good draw. I'm not going to expose my sword to a pillage. How much work we have to do, yeah. What did they get here? They have 4. Oh, EE. I'm gonna cycle this Triome now. In case I had a discard spell. Stoneforge. So we'll attack the Karn down. They'll E for 2. Yeah. Attack the Karn down. So they can E on 2 if they wanted to, but this is a lot of pressure now. Are you seeing me win with it? Yeah, this deck's a lot of fun for sure. Again, I wish I had a Cauldron or Batterskull in the deck. I totally fetch for it right now. I guess we'll just attack. But this is what I'm talking about, though. Like, Grixis is just so good here. It's just constantly just pressuring our opponents, plussing, so it's getting out of bolt range. Again, I kind of don't want to expose my sword. So now they're kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. I don't think they know about the Sword of Fire and Ice, so they know that they need a. Okay, now they're just screwed. I could have cast the Cauldron, but cool. The old Ponza Reno. I think we could get rid of the Spell Bomb. Kind of want to get rid of the Void Walkers. If we can cast the Thrun, it'd be very good. I think we bring in Force in case they are on actual Blood Moon. Maybe bring in Thrun. There's also an argument for bringing in Sword of Feast and Famine too. So these are the three maybes. Kind of just want to cut the Void Walker just because they're hard to cast through Blood Moon. That makes up we do have like Springleaf Drum and stuff, but I can see cutting the Fatal Pushes because they only hit Arbor Elf. So maybe that's actually just cleaner that way. Because like if they go turn 1 Utopia's Wall, then like this push literally doesn't do anything. I guess they do have Regavans. Sorry. I think on the draw, I think Void Walkers are just not that great. Yeah, so they have Regavan and Elves. Never mind. I take that back. That makes that Thrun. It's not like Thrun's that easy, much easier to cast either. That makes sense. Them besieging my Saga and not besieging like a sword was pretty clutch there. Wow, the Shadow Spear. We're gonna Prismatic Ending whatever one drop they play. So do we want Swamp Forest? I guess we go Plains here, Forest here, and then we got Black Mana if they don't have Blood Moon. Yeah. So they may have Blood Moon here, but if they do, I kind of don't care. I don't think I want to play Saga this turn. Because if I get Blood Moon, that would suck. So I think I'm just going to get Batterskull. It's like the middle ground beating Cauldron if it dies. Yep. So again, if they have Blood Moon here, I'm sure. Okay. I think I gotta get Sword here. If this Stoneforge Mystic lives, it's already like a great payoff for us. I don't think we want to Saga and expose ourselves to a Blood Moon. The thing about it too is if they cast Blood Moon, they're cut off on green mana as well. I will gladly take... Oh, they're exiling a Blood Moon. Wow. Oh, they're going to just cast another Blood Moon? Oh, Clothis. Oh, boy. This Clothis we could probably race with Batterskull. My number one priority is to strap this sword onto this insect and attack. Is this Blood Moon? Oh, Spyro. That's actually fine. Force of Vigor. Now this insect token is just such a huge threat. Kill the elf. Now they're stuck on mana. Plus here, protect the grist. So they need to like get pillage here and like spend their turn pillaging my sword. Okay. Spyro, sure. Oh, Clothis is turned online. Okay. Okay, okay. Red 6 is a good magic card. No doubt about that. No one's doubting that for sure. They're all attacking Grist. I will chump here. So this is cool. So they're going to discard the last card. I'll shoot this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They need another double red spell. So I could Prismatic it in the Clothis. But I'm kind of tempted to just Prismatic in the Sprawl. Is that weird? I guess it kind of is, huh? By Prismatic in the Clothis, I could also make a Construct too. Yeah, I think I like making a Construct here, and then I can hold up Force. I could also Prismatic in the Spyro. 1, 2, 3. I think just getting rid of the best permanent is not bad. And then we can make a 3/3 construct. Cool. Cool. 3-1. Not bad. Not bad. The thing though is like Saga hasn't really been winning me much of the games. It's only a 3 of though, but like it has been relevant. I guess like the control deck, if they had Wrath, like it's just like insurance policies. Like it like if we didn't have the Saga, that would like that match against Bant control definitely would have been a lot harder if they had top deck of Wrath. I mean, the Shadow Spear definitely won this match against Prowess, hands down. Like if we didn't have the Shadow Spear, like we would have easily just not have won that game. Like Shadow Spear on a Tarmogoyf, I think that gained us almost maybe more than 20 life that game. Maybe more actually. So this like I think I definitely need a bigger sample size on this 4 matches to kind of see if I really want to keep the Saga in the deck or not. Please don't make me go broke. Is this deck looking enticing to you? I think the problem is like I think I'm just comparing it to like Abzan Saga with Esper Sentinels. So like when you have Esper Sentinel in play, like the constructs are just so much bigger. But I think in this deck specifically, I think Ignoble Hierarch is just a better one drop. Like you could theoretically swap this Ignoble Hierarch for Esper Sentinels, but I just don't think Esper Sentinels are better than Hierarch in this shell with Stoneforge Mystic specifically. We don't have a green source. I think we keep though. We just have turn 1 interaction, just Stoneforge Mystic. I don't think this is a bad hand. And if we ever hit the green source, we have Tarmogoyf roll up into Grist. Darcy. Okay, we're gonna Prismatic ending that baby. Can't win next. Yeah, it's. I mean, definitely not doing that poorly lately. Green source. Green source. Okay. The worry I have about this deck, there's a lot of air. There's a lot of air in this deck. Like with the equipment, the Saga package, it's a lot, and the Ignoble Hierarchs is a lot of dead air, unfortunately. So this Death Shadow, it could be with Gigantha. Oh, you could play it without Saga. I've had a lot of success without Saga, that's for sure. Oh, jeez. Don't. Oh, they hit the Verdant Catacombs. No. That's tilting. Get the Batter Skull. Oh, why does Monkey dash? Honestly, didn't need dash. Yeah, you don't need the sagas. If you were I could show you my last list without saga. So essentially, I had Kaya's Guile, and the Torax main, and then the mana base I had Besajo and Castle, and I had a March. So like, instead of having the saga package, I had March, Kaya's Guile, and the 2 Torax. Okay. I'm assuming they're gonna bolt my Snowforce. I really want to. I really need green mana. Please, please, I beg of you. Please. Oh my god. Just drawing green sources, huh? Yeah, I'm just trying this out. I'm not sure which is best. Oh, if you go to my Stream Deck, Punk, it's the list that I played last. God fucking damn it. Let me I can find it for you. I actually have the Stream Decker up. They tap wrong unless they're not going to cast my Inquisition. That's weird. Oh, I have the Urborg. Never mind. this is it here. Here you go. So that's a list. Okay, so honestly, if they don't have a removal spell, Green Source would keep us in this game. Because we can go Green Source, Equip Sword. Fucking A. That monkey's just gonna take over the fucking game. I think I have to attack the prismatic into the shot. Like, that was our opening here. We could have hierarched and equipped. Like, them hitting that Verdant Catacombs with the monkey was so brutal for us. That being said, we're not like out of it yet. They're not dashing monkey here. Yeah, no worries, Urban Punk. I just noticed that, like, with this deck, like, you flood and you just can't win. I do too. I like the Turax main. I just don't know if, like, it's hard to argue, you know, to not run Saga, right? I don't know if I want Veil. I definitely want Endurance. Definitely want these two, I think. I think I will wear out the Thoughtseize. Though I don't like Voidwalker in this matchup. We just counterintuitive, but like, I've never liked Voidwalkers and like the Shadow Monkey Mirrors. I don't know why. I think it's just like so awkward. This is a matchup where I definitely missed Esper Sentinel though. As much as I was like shitting on it earlier. Don't think Thrun's that great though. The mana is a lot smoother too in that list, obviously, because you don't have 4 colorless lands. Luckily, the mana hasn't been too awkward outside of that game where we didn't have a green source, but we wouldn't have hit the green source anyway, based on the draws. Like, we have 14 green, 14 white, but you can never have enough, right? I don't think we're going to mulligan this hand. So we can go Saga, Hierarch, discard spell. As long as I don't go Monkey. We're wasting white mana with this hand, which is kind of funny. Oh, sure, okay. Our hand is very Inquisition proof. Like, it doesn't matter what they take. The Saga is kind of the most important card. They could take the Spell Bomb if they have, like, Kroxa. But then we can go Saga. They take the Inquisition, okay. So now we can go Saga. We drew the white mana, which is good. So we go Spell Bomb. Hierarch. There's an argument to not attack, since it feels Death Shadow, but Darcy. Death Shadow. So again, could have just not attacked. Prismatic Ending. Well, we're gonna make him have a second Death Shadow. So Saga looking good here. It's providing an extra threat, right? So do they have Dress Down? They probably do. Endurance is cute. That sucks. I guess I'll get the Shadow Spear. No, I should get the Springleaf Drum. I don't think we need the Shadow Spear yet. Wish I drew land. Wish I drew land. What's a good option over endurance? I think I have to take this monkey hit, unfortunately. Don't be anything good. Why do they always hit Tarmogoyf? I think that's the card that they've hit the most is Tarmogoyf. It's so fucking frustrating. I don't think it's worth cashing, like throwing my Hierarch away. God damn it. But to answer your question, you could just have Kaya's Guile as your. It's like it's just graveyard hate, right? So you can just play Kaya's Guile in there instead. Like have one main and then one in the side Urban Punk. That's what I would do. So there's land, sorcery, enchantment here. Land, sorcery, instant. So we'll just do this. So if they have Drown the Lock, we have the Spellbound covered. How's it going, Leo? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I think I'm gonna cash in this spell bomb. I think I need it. We can cast Cauldron soon. That's pretty fantastic. That is pretty fantastic. We have 6 cards in the graveyard. If we draw a non-fetch, which we actually don't have much of now, if we have draw any of our fetches, can't draw a fast land. They draw Death Shadow. Shit. When you draw a dam here, we have to block the Tarmogoyf. God, they always hit Tarmogoyf off the fucking monkey. It's so tilting, and we just die to it. I like literally I feel like every stream it's like that. No, that is too late. So, what is the verdict on Urza Saga in this list? It's hard to say. I feel like we didn't draw it enough to really like make a concrete decision on it. I think the biggest problem is like when I've noticed is like there's just a lot of air. So like as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, like this is our equipment package. This is our saga package, which technically like I guess you can like knock out the art of like the saga package here. But like this is a lot of air. That's 10 cards. That's like our 6 of the deck's just air. That being said, like you could argue that like we have these 3 main deck cards that are potentially air, but then we have 3 sagas that are not air. I think there's parts where, they had the Kolaghan's command and like they just kind of answered their saga. And that being said, we got to tutor up a drum, for example. So like it's not nothing. So like we got to essentially tutor up a mana source essentially. Like the hierarchs definitely felt good. The hierarchs are, I think, here to stay in this deck if we're gonna stay with the Stonefoil build. And I've mentioned constantly in the past couple streams, the Stoneforge build is like Stoneforge mix feels really really good lately since the Luris ban. So I think for starters, like with like if you want to just play Abzan, I think the thing you want to do is you want to go 4 hierarch, 4 Stoneforge Mystic. I think that's what you want to do. And then from there, you can supplement with Grixis, Stealthy Voidwalker, etc., etc. I think it's really like the accessories. Do we want Urza Saga, or do we want... I've mentioned this to Urban Punk earlier, like, do I want this list? Which I've been playing a lot of and having a lot of success, actually. Outside of one league where I was, like, playing a bunch of, like, random cyborg cards from New Capenna. Like, this is the list that I've been playing a lot of. And it's like we lost against Calibrated Blast, right? Like, would the Necromancers have helped there? Would the Drannith Magistrates have helped? Like, absolutely, right? I think this 75 I've kind of tested and tuned. I think this 75 I'm really, really happy with. And like even then, like like we don't have Urza Saga on this list, but we have like the Seiju, we have a Castle Lochthwain as a way to like mitigate flood. So it's not like we're just kind of naked to it. But like the mana's a lot easier, obviously, as you can imagine. Like since we don't have 3 colorless lands, we can main deck a Turek, and I think if there's like a lot of 4 color, I think Turek's where you want to be. Because like Dress Down is already such a beating against this deck, and Dress Down with Urza Saga is just like you're just like playing more into the Dress Down. I might run another league with this next stream, just to get a better feel of it. But I still think this list feels a little bit better. I mean, that being said, we still went 3-2. We beat Ponza. We lost to Grixis Death Shadow. We beat Bant Control. We beat Mono Red Prowess. Yeah. I don't remember what the other loss was. And that being said, like that again, Shadow Spear won us the game against Prowess, like game 1. We just naturally drew it, and like we wouldn't have won that match otherwise. But who's to say that we wouldn't have won like the post-sport games? Because like the Kaya's Gala definitely would have helped instead, right? We still would have boarded in Chalice, so we'll just have to see. I think like with this sideboard, it's just a lot cleaner because we have 2 endurances and 2 forces. I really like that, and those are the 2 cards along with the Magistrate that I cut and the Necromancers just to make room for the Soul Guide Lantern, the extra yard hate, Pithing Needle for Urza Saga, and then the Torax have to be moved to the board. I think Thrun is just better in this list too. Another thing I do want to try is I see a lot of people in Rock play Phyrexian Crusader for the 4-color matchup. And I guess Control too. I think this is popularized by Musasabi, who I think won one of the showcases with Rock, and I think they had like 3 copies in the sideboard. I don't know how well tested this tech is, and I would argue this list would utilize this card a lot better, because we have multiple ways to grow it. Like in Rock, it's a 5-turn clock, but in this deck we have like Hierarchs, we have equipment, so like this can turn easily into a 3-turn clock, right? Versus a 5-turn clock. Potentially even quicker, if we can equip another equipment to it, it can certainly be with Exalted as well. So I think that's something I also want to test. Is time is a factor, right? So I guess if you're watching this live, you can always type in the chat what you want to see next. I could just run this saga list, because just to get more data on it. If you want me to try just running this back, I posted a lot of content on this already, but if you want to see like Phyrexian Crusaders testing that, let me know. No love for Ashok. I haven't really found the need for it. Like the meta hasn't really called for Ashok. Like I can imagine if there's like a lot of Amulet Titan and like Scape Shift and stuff. Nice. I could see like if there's like a lot of Amulet, I can see Ashok. But like I think Ashok's just a little too slow against Living End. I think Endurance or just like Spell Bombs are just better. So I think Ashok doesn't have enough splash damage in the meta right now. Like if if Tron was tier 1, I'd definitely have a copy. Or sorry, not Tron, Amulet. I keep swapping the big mana decks. No Lily, I'm in shock. First, no Rouse. No. So Lilies, I am not a fan of it with Stoneblade. So, I mentioned that Stoneforge Mystic feels really, really good right now. And Stoneforge Mystic is not good with Liliana, because you're constantly wanting to plus, and if you just draw one of your equipment, you just gotta pitch it, and I think that's just so bad because it makes your future Stoneforge Mystic that you top deck just so much worse because you can just flash it in. It's just very awkward. I haven't liked Liliana's, and I haven't missed her either. I think Grist has been a very good replacement. Grist is very good for Stoneforge Mystic in contrast compared to Liliana. And it just combos well with like the Hierarchs and Lingering Souls that we're also winning. As well as the Kaya's guy we can make a token with, because then I'll have a lot of sacrifice fodder, and we have outs to Planeswalkers. When we face like a Jace or a Karn or a Big Teferi, like a lot of times we don't have outs to it. We're not running like a Maelstrom Pulse or a Vindicate or a Bloodchief's Thirst, but this one, the Grist gives us the main deck outs, and also has a lot of game against mid-range decks too. The Rhinos matchup is a little tough. I do think that with the Saga package, it gets a lot bit easier because Shadow Spear onto a Construct or a Tarmogoyf is big deal. That being said, we also have a lot of hate in the sideboard. We have the Dams, both main and side. The Crime Punishments, the Chalice, and the Drannith Magistrate. Like, we have a lot of hate for Rhinos post-board, so it gets a little bit better. I don't know how the Saga list will feel against Team Rhinos, honestly, because this is like the first league with it today. Granted, we do have a lot less hate for it. We have the Explosives, but we don't have the Drannith Magistrate either. So that's the tough part about... We're losing a lot of percentage points in this sideboard. For a lot of matchups, i.e. we don't have the second Force, we don't have the second Endurance for like Living In. Like, we are losing a lot of percentage points just to incorporate Urza Saga, so it makes you feel like it's not worth it. Something to think about. I definitely wonder if like losing Beseiju and Castle Lock hurts as well, but I think that just comes with testing. I mean, this is just a hedge against Living In and Rhinos. Living In is just like really, really popular. It's definitely one of the top tier decks. So like just having an extra chalice, and this is literally just a second chalice of the void. Just think about it that way, because like if you have the first chalice, the second chalice is really awkward because you can't play chalice on 0 with a chalice in play, but you can go chalice on 0 and play void Drannith Magistrate, and they need 2 pieces of hate. Versus like if you have a chalice in play, you have a chalice in hand, and they just bounce the first chalice, that feels really bad because you have 2 hate spells and they just need 1 piece of interaction to bounce it, untap Living End, right? Or even just bounce it Violent Outburst, and they can just like again, they only need 1 piece of interaction to interact with your 1 piece of hate when you could have 2, and like the second would have been really really good. So that's what the Drannith Magistrate's for. This is also good against Calibrated Blast, which we lost to today. Because like it stops the cascade while like we can't chalice for we could theoretically chalice for 3, but we need a lot of mana for that. Yeah, I might run it back. I may take a break, and I know I promised everyone I'd play Pioneer today, but like I thought of this list and I really wanted to play it. So but then again, like going through 2 isn't the worst either. But like again, like Hierarch Stoneforge makes so much fun. It's just a matter of do we want to add Saga or not. So I might go back and forth just to play around with it. Yeah, I a lot of people were approaching me on Pioneer, and I came up with this list. I don't think it's good, and that's the thing. Is like I'm not motivated to play this format because I don't think the deck I brewed is good. I'm playing this deck because it's trying to be aggro with like Groom Flare and Siege Runners and Questing Beast. But if I have to be completely honest, it just looks bad. Like I'm looking at all the other decks in the format, and I just feel like a deck like this is not viable. But like this is the type of deck that I would enjoy playing, but I just don't want to get steamrolled. So I don't want to like waste like I don't get to stream that often, and when I spend a stream just to get demolished, I just don't want to do it. You know what I mean? Like I would gladly be wrong. If someone could tell me this deck is viable, I'll gladly play it, but I just don't think it is. I'm looking at like mono green, I'm looking at Winota, I'm looking at Lotus, Blue Eye Control, and it's just like I just feel like I'm just gonna get absolutely bodied and I'm just gonna tilt off. I most definitely should try. I really should. I think it's just one of those things where like I was playing it today and then I was like, I kind of want to see how adding Urza's Saga adds to this, because I think the last stream when I played this list, I like flooded. And I was like, I wonder how it would feel if like I just had Urza's Saga. But I really appreciate everyone tuning and hanging out. I think my next stream will maybe be Saturday. We'll see. But we're gonna raid Electric Bob, playing some Pioneer, speaking of. So if you want to support the channel, please hit that follow button. If you want to check out my past streams, go to my YouTube. I've been pretty bad at uploading YouTube, but I think I just upload this video that streamed today because I just skipped the last couple ones just because I think I was just like really tired and tilted and I don't think it's good content. If you want to chat, you can join the Discord if you haven't. We can talk more about, you know, optimizing these Abzan builds. Follow me on Twitter for stream updates. Other than that, let's send Bobby some love. We need Once Upon a Time. I remember when Urza and like Snow was all over the place. I remember I had Once Upon a Time in a Traverse list, and I went 4-1 with it in a random league where I like haven't played Modern in a long time because I was playing a lot of Pioneer at that point. Once Upon a Time is just broken because it's just like you can skip on lands, and that's what Traverse exactly wants. So like comboing Traverse with Once Upon a Time is just really really good. Definitely deserves a ban. Yeah, it's like definitely like it's broken for sure. It's just a broken Magic card for sure. All right, again, support the channel, subscribe to my YouTube, go to my Discord, follow me on Twitter. Hope to catch everyone hopefully this weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy. Let's send Bob some love. Take care. Bye.